Hi everybody, Nancy Fox, the Business Fox, and I just want to say good evening everybody across the country from LA to New York. And I am doing a little special video today, this evening, because actually a few things I've been thinking about. I've been getting so many emails about all this goal setting and planning out the best year ever and the greatest year ever, and I thought it would be really appropriate to sort of have a little conversation about that, because I have a little take on that that's different, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So here's what I want to share with you. First of all, let me give you a little background on me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a business coach, I'm an author and a speaker, and my business is the Business Fox, and I have been working with service entrepreneurs for the last 15 years or more. And that's my area of focus, service businesses. And I'm also an author of a book on targeted and strategic networking, and that's pretty much what I'm most known for, this whole strategic networking, learning how to meet the right people and meet the right decision makers for you and your business. Now, I also work with a lot of professionals. I work with them on their strategy, and I work with them, but along the way, I began to realize that the other areas that I'm working with them on that really get them stuck and stopped very often is in their self-confidence and in their mindset. And it's always been, it's not anything that I really emphasize or discuss, but it's definitely a key part of the coaching and the training that I do with people. So what's prompting me to put this video together this evening for you is because a couple of things happened recently that really just hit me right between the eyes. And a couple of people in my life, both in my personal life and in my professional life, had some very serious health issues that came up. And both of them were situations where they were people who were doing fine, supposedly were fine, and then they were just walking in the street and they collapsed, and both of these people just collapsed and their hearts gave out. And these were young people. These were in their early 50s, mid 50s, and they were, fortunately, both of them survived and they're okay, but their lives are forever changed, forever. And other people, around me, of course, are dealing with a lot of health challenges, and that are they're certainly lifestyle related, diabetes. A lot of people are dealing with depression and all kinds of things that are really happening around them in their lives that are putting an awful lot of stress into the equation, and they're experiencing the physical and mental debilities around it. Now, I myself am a cancer survivor, so I certainly know the stress that it can put into your life when your health is no longer just something you take for granted. Now, I'm really healthy now, and I feel fabulous, and I feel really energetic and vital and all of that. But it took something to sort of get a handle on what was really going on, in my life, because cancer happened in my life very, very young. Okay, so what does this have to do with 2017 and goal setting and business? Well, it actually, what I've been thinking about is why people are creating these goals and then giving up. I noticed, of course, that people, they make a resolution and they make a goal around their weight and their fitness and their lifestyle, and and the gym is packed in January, and by February 1st, the gym is empty again. What's going on with that? And working with my clients, everybody starts out the year positive, motivated, excited, and then somewhere around February, March, when things get challenging and difficult and things don't click like this, people start to get distracted. They find time challenges. They find reasons why they can't do certain things. They don't stick to the plan. They go off track. They get completely distracted by other ideas and health challenges crop up, or they just get colds, and all kinds of things happen to sort of distract and detract from the results they really want to produce. something is amiss here. And I've known this for a while. So it really reminded me what I've been thinking about this, not just at the end of this year, because I'm certainly working on my own goals for 2017 and working with my clients on their goals. This has really been percolating with me since probably around 2008, when I read this article about Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz, if you don't know who he is the CEO of Starbucks. He really is the person solely responsible for taking the Starbucks concept and making it the worldwide icon and mega business that we know today. But back in 2008, while Starbucks was experiencing a very powerful and debilitating contraction, they had overextended their stores. They weren't getting new business. Their new product launches were failing. Their people and morale were, just suffering, and not really. Their people weren't motivated. Their ideas weren't fresh. And Howard was sort of confounded, and he just said, something's got to give here. So he did something that when I read the article, I thought this was really profound. Instead of just reinstilling a new strategic direction with his people, he sort of pulled back and took a deeper look at the whole thing. Put himself on what he called a personal turnaround program. What was this? He got up at 5:30 every morning. He meditated until 6. He got to the gym by 6:30. He worked out for 2 hours. He hired a trainer to work with him and put together an extreme fitness program. So here he worked on his mindset, he worked on his physicality, and then he charged his people with some ideas for new ways of thinking for strategies in rebuilding Starbucks. He dismantled the old strategic planning meetings and had them creating completely new ideas for how to come up with new strategies for the business. The whole project was really instrumental in turning Starbucks around and revitalizing it into the really successful business that we know today. It took it to a whole new level. All new products and new ideas and new ways that people in the company started to come up with ideas. And they started to see that Howard was the composite leader. He wasn't just all business. He was it was a composite. It really also connected with what I remember I learned from Tony Robbins. I went to see Tony Robbins in a seminar, and here's this, giant of a man who can go from 8:30 in the morning until 11:30 at night, delivering the most motivating education and information and powerful presentations to audiences of thousands. How does he do it? Is he Superman? What's the secret? Is he on drugs? What? And really, what it really is part of what he taught us right in that seminar was, first of all, he told us that he's on a very specific regimen. Tony is a very disciplined human being, where he's got a morning routine that is incredibly motivating. He meditates, he's working out, he does a freezing water dip, and he's got a regimen, and it's all about the mindset, it's all about the body. And he explained to us that he demonstrated that your body, your physicality actually causes your mindset. And your mindset then causes your activity in business. So it starts with your body and your mind, and then into business. When you shift your body and you move your body, your mindset can shift. So when you're sitting at your desk or at your computer all day and you feel exhausted, of course you do, because you're not moving. You don't need an awful lot of movement to shift the energy and to shift your mindset. But most people don't realize that. They think that if they don't work out for an hour, it's not worth it. This has put me into an entire conversation with myself about what's my mission. What am I here to do? What do I really want to do this year and beyond for my clients and for my audience? What I got to when I really sat back and meditated myself and put myself on my own personal turnaround program was I realized that I am jazzed. I am totally energized by the notion of putting together a composite experience and process for my audience to help them revitalize their confidence and their mindset, their body, physicality, energy, vitality, and re-energize their business in entirely new ways with greater profitability, greater prosperity, and more importantly, with purpose and with respecting their values at the core of the whole thing. So that's really what I'm going to be working on in 2017 is a process and a series of exercises, and it's a formula basically that is all about helping service entrepreneurs build immense success in their confidence and mindset, in their body, health, vitality, and energy, and expanding their prosperity and profitability with the right strategies and with the right tactics, but with purpose at the core. So what does this mean for you? It means that, let me give you a couple of examples of how I've really been doing this with sort of not even really thinking about it, as a separate formula, but I do it sort of naturally with my clients. One of my clients is in the financial services world and came to me. Her business was stagnant and she really didn't know what to do. She'd been at this business for 7 years and she hadn't really been able to grow it. She had a strategy. When we looked at it, it was pretty anemic. It was okay, but it was pretty anemic. And, we talked about getting that strategy in line and bumping it up. But when we got to work on it, I realized pretty, quickly on that she can't go anywhere because her confidence is so damaged that we really need to rebuild that before she's ever going to be able to take action on any of these strategies that we're devising for her, which we did. We put a whole program together to get her mindset and her energy and her vitality into alignment with this new strategy. And in the course of 2 years, she tripled her business. But it's even more than that. Like, she definitely achieved her goal and went beyond it and tripled her business. The enthusiasm, the excitement, the vitality that she not only feels for herself, but how she imparts this to her clients is absolutely 180 degrees different than it was. Completely. Another client of mine has been working in a company, in a medical company for a long time, has had this dream of starting her own business. She's really, really incredibly, has a high expertise, very specialized, very needed, very much in demand, but she's sort of not really appreciated or highly valued because they're used to having her as their sort of, she's in their company and she really can't, there's nowhere for her to go. She had an idea, not a real strategy for how to go about building this, and she didn't have the confidence that she could really build her business while she was working. So we put this together for her, and she also has, by the way, she has a teenage daughter that she really needed to support, so she had a tremendous fear of taking any risk. We had to really build an entire strategy that supported her on the confidence level, on the very strategic level, so she had a plan and a what-if plan, because she needed to have that. She needed to feel like she had a net beneath her. And now she's well on her way to doing this. She gave her notice. She has a plan. She started to re-strategize her networking. She's meeting all the right people, and she's on her way. These are the kinds of things that people really need to do before they just sort of just look at, what's your goal for 2017 in your business. It can't really happen it can't happen as a standalone situation. You have to call into play all the different facets of your being in order for success to, maybe financial success will show up, but it won't make you happy, and it won't make you any less tired, and it won't make you any more healthy. It all has to go together, and that's what this is all about. So what I want to do is, and I really want to invite you to participate with me in this as a learning experience, because this is really not perfected yet. It's really, I don't have everything mapped out perfectly. I've got a formula, I've got a system, and I put it into play unofficially with people. But I really want to get some official testing results with people who will pilot test this with me. So maybe you're interested in that. Maybe this sounds like exactly what you need to get beyond the overwhelm to get clarity on your strategy and your tactics in your business, to put a plan together for your entire life, your mindset, get your confidence in alignment, get your body in alignment, get your strategy in alignment, and start to really put this together, embracing your purpose and what your real values are instead of trying to do it in spite of. So here's an opportunity to play in this pilot test with me. I'm going to be launching the pilot program sometime in January. I'd love for you, if you're a service-based business owner or you're going to be launching one, I'd love for you to participate with me in this. I'm going to be giving you a lot of great tools and information and resources and coaching to work all these different arenas in ways that will support you in what you really want to experience in your life. But before we get there, I need you to go. This is how we're going to get started. So if you're interested in this, go to, this is the website. I only have a holding page up. It's not even a real website yet. Just letting you know. It's a holding page. It's www.mindbodybusiness.co. So that's mindbodybusiness.co, not .com. It's like Mind Body Business Company, mindbodybusiness.co. And there you're going to find a web page, and you can actually sign up to take this assessment or this little Mind Body Business. It's actually, what I've called it is a What's Holding You Back in Business questionnaire. Just a few questions to ask you to really help you determine like what areas of your business and your life are really the areas that are probably the most problematic, that are holding you back the most. So the scores, I have a little score sheet, and you'll be able to see in very clear terms like where you need to work. That'll give me some information that I can use to then work with you and help you use the tools and the information and the formula that I'm going to give you so that you can put it into practice and make your business and your life and your confidence and your whole energy level shift this year and well beyond, because you're going to have the ability to put it into play, not where these are objectives that are so extreme that you feel like a failure if you don't hit the pinnacle. So I hope you'll want to play in this with me. I think it's going to give you, I believe in this. It's really worked for me. It's worked for my clients. But now I want to give it to more people, and I'd love for you to participate with me, and I hope you will. Nancy Fox, the Business Fox, go to www.mindbodybusiness.co and download your complimentary questionnaire on what's holding you back in your business and your life. And we'll talk more, because I'm going to be releasing the next video, and I'll be sharing more information about how we're going to be going forward. So thanks so much for joining me this evening. Have a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.